Did that with such temper, such anger. Terrible. All made of bamboo. My calculations to the sea, it's going to take me 2 days, and then from there to my friend Terry's another 2 days. Things will work out quite well. Oh right, okay, the crossroads there, but that's going that way. No. This is no good, is it? But one thing you learn when using a compass is not to panic when the road diverts off in a different direction, because we do need the road to swing right again. And without a doubt, every single time, whether I've ended up going in the wrong direction for a couple of hours or not, you do get back to where you go. But what I don't want to do is go too far east on this, because if I was going for 3 or 4 hours on this east, I'll end up back on the border of Cambodia. And it's inevitable event. Because all these roads are here for a purpose, and the purpose here is access and maintenance of the rubber plantations, because that's still what we've got here, much younger trees. But what you come across every now and again is a little shanty, whether they live there or whether it's the work hut, I don't know, but for me it's a shelter. If I'm still in this environment come nightfall, I will find shelter, because the rubber plantations are closely knit enough that it don't matter how hard it rains. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah! Back in the saddle again. Staying well off the beaten track. And kind of using this new compass that I've got on the bag. I've still got my original compass in my pocket, and I compare the two, and the one on the bag seems just as accurate as long as I keep it flattish. But this is possibly a little bit too off the beaten track. But good fun. I'm not too sure if I told you that I was having a coffee yesterday and this guy goes past, and you could tell that he'd been on a bike for a good journey. So I abandoned the coffee and caught up with him. Asked him to stop. Took a while. He wasn't going to stop. But he said 6 years he's been on the bike and 6 countries. Got no intention of stopping as yet. Hang on, I might have just found another route. I'm supposed to be camping around here somewhere tomorrow. Walking, taking the elephants for a good trek to this river, and then we're camping by the river for the night, and then we've got to walk the elephants back, which once I've done that, next day I'll leave. That's quite exciting, I think. But I'm that unclean now. Oh, top gear, not quite top gear. I'm that unclean now when I stop. I've got so many flies flying around me. Sounds disgusting, doesn't it? It is disgusting. But then they just fly, and then they stop. And then I shuffle my feet and they all take off again. Only little flies. Little flies. Well, it's been thoroughly enjoyable this last little bit back. Very few cars. As I was videoing before, we saw our first few, so this road might have a few on it. But coming through the mud track, maybe 2 cars, 3 or 4 motorbikes. Hang on, I've got to get my leg again, the ants are biting me. In 8.5 hours, I've covered about 30 mile. That's because it's been climbing, walking, bogged down in mud, and zigzagging through all of the foresty bits, just following the compass. So I've not really covered anywhere near as much as I normally cover if I stay on the tarmac. But I've got time to kill, so that's worked out really well. But the guys just said I'm about 80 kilometres from Rayong, which is the coastal resort where I was heading. So to do 40 mile now at 3:30 is more than feasible, and the only thing that's going to stop me is if I find accommodation en route now on the road and put my head down there for the night. This is a rubber plantation. See the bowls. That's where they strip the bark. And they collect all the juices there. 15 years the trees have to grow for. And 4 times a day somebody has to come in and slice a line of every single tree. You can see all the slice marks there. And when that's filled, they take it to a processing factory and they mix it with another liquid, and then it goes hard and it forms sheets of rubber. We're going forever and ever, these places. Really nice actually when you're inside them like this. Very attractive.